Hey smokers, Draga1 here, and today we got a frickin' ThinkPad. Yeah, man, it's ThinkPad T61, and it originally ran Windows Vista as a Core 2 Duo. And I haven't actually looked at the BIOS for the specs, so let's look at that. So as you can see, my the Linux SSD I have in here is kind of fucked up. If I try to log in, it gives some graphic glitches and goes right back to the login screen. So we're just going to wipe this out. And today we're going to install something that has been long requested on the channel. One of several beta versions of Windows. The one I'm going to be doing today is, of course, Longhorn, because it was the beta, the pre-release version, whatever you want to call it, of Windows Vista. And since this is a Windows Vista laptop, might as well use it on this, assuming it'll work. So before we get started with that, let's go ahead and look at the specs of this particular computer. Now, I thought I actually wasn't going to be able to do the video on the ThinkPad because I had plugged into a power strip that I didn't know was off. And when you unplug the laptop, you see that? I don't know if all of you can see that, but you can see there's a flicker now. And it doesn't matter what shutter speed I put it on, there's always a flicker. Luckily, I figured it out. The reason was that it was not unplugged because I didn't know it was actually not getting any power because I'm retarded. So anyway, this is our BIOS screen, and it's a pretty simple looking computer here. From 2008. It's got a 2 gigahertz processor. I put 6 gigs of RAM in it, so we should be good now. If we go to startup, boot mode quick. Okay, not too much here. So right now it has the Linux SSD in it, and right now I'm just waiting for my copy of Longhorn to download. We'll be right back with that. Now, while we're waiting, I can give a little bit of explanation. A little bit of reading I saw was there's actually two versions of Windows Longhorn. One that started development in like 2001, I assume after the release of Windows XP, or very close to the release. And the other one, which was started in 2004. Now, we all know that Windows Vista was released, what was it, 2007? So, there was the pre-reset, which was the 2001 one, and then the post-reset, which was 2004, where they scrapped everything and started all over. So what we're going to be looking at is the pre-reset version, just because I'm assuming that it's going to look a little bit like Windows XP, but the next generation of Windows XP, but kind of removed from the design choices of Vista. And then if we look at the post reset, that's going to look a lot like Vista. So we're going to try out this totally blind. I haven't really even seen any screenshots or videos of Longhorn before. So again, I'm going into this totally blind. I don't really know what it's going to look like. There's not even any screenshots on WinWorld PC's site. I'm going to be putting the build numbers, the version numbers that I used for each of these in the description so that you can know which one I was using, so that if anything comes up it's like, oh, well, this doesn't work. It's like, oh, well, that doesn't work on that version. So that, at least that way you'll know if you know that much about Windows Longhorn, because I know I sure don't. So, yeah, we'll get started with this in just a sec. Let's, for the first time, actually use a flash drive to boot this off of. Poop. F12. And it's not there because it wasn't open. Okay, here we go. I'm gonna have to burn a disk, aren't I? Fucking hell. God damn it. Okay, so I burned it, wasting yet another dual layer DVD. Disk is spinning up. Oh my god. Are you fucking kidding me? Oh, yes! Windows XP pre-installation environment? Interesting. This would be cool if it was like a pre-installed environment of Windows XP, just sort of shoehorned into the Longhorn bootable. That might be actually a pretty useful boot CD to have, actually. Sort of like mini XP, except maybe without all the shit cut out of it, possibly. Ooh, factory pre-installation, starting networking. What the hell is this? Oh, that's why it's starting in the pre-installed environment. Because it's not a Microsoft thing, it's from coders. Knob? I mean, this looks like a pirate release, but I got this on WinWorld PC. I, I thought they were just legit, but Microsoft didn't care about it anymore? Shit, now I don't know. Okay, something tells me this is just, the whole thing is not legitimate. I mean, this could have been done up by somebody, I don't know. Let's see what perform additional tasks is. Browse the CD. Okay, never mind. Let's just try and install it. Now, the only thing we have on the drive right now is Linux, so is it just going to automatically format it? It has not given me an option right now. Well, maybe a fan didn't do this up. Well, I mean, it's sort of like a hybridization of the Windows XP and sort of ish, in that there's multiple steps, right, that are pre-outlined, and then the Windows. Wait a minute, is this more like the Windows 8? I can't remember exactly, but this, what we're looking at right now is, from you can see by this. So if this isn't a mock-up, which I don't know because I already saw a couple like pirate group names or hacker group names or crack group names. I don't know. I don't know all the names. But you can see up here in the corner that it has the Windows XP flag. Now the Windows XP flag is important to look at because it doesn't have the arrow bubble around it. This was before then. So that at least would be consistent with being period correct. Because this is before we were even anywhere near close to 2004. This is 2001. The button here as well, not precisely accurate, or it's pretty damn close to a Windows XP button, but it definitely is not a Windows Vista style button, or is it? Fuck, I don't even fucking remember. It doesn't matter. Let's just continue here, and so I'll be right back, I guess. Okay, so we got that in. We want to go ahead and accept this. Explain these settings to me. Installation location. Click here to select where to install Windows, okay? So here we may actually see the precursor to the Windows Vista install or partitioning thing. And by golly, here we are. And it looks very similar. It does have a bunch of these boom, boom, boom things here. And as you can see, I have multiple partitions. I got a couple of Linux partitions in there. This is 0 megabytes free, probably because I can't read them. So if we want to free these up, we gotta go and well, there's an extend option. I don't know if it'll let me do it. Probably I'd have to delete one of them. It'll probably fuck everything up. So I'll just delete them all. So yeah, give me a little warning there. And so there's an, well, maybe I could actually keep this, but then the Windows Longhorn is going to wipe out the bootloader probably. So why don't we just start totally fresh? I need to be able to kind of let go of everything I did on that installation with Open Arena and other things that I've installed over the past couple videos I've used with that Linux drive. So it's going to go die now. Gotta let go and just let it go. And I believe the deed is done as soon as I click that. Okay. So we're going to go new. And let's go ahead and fully allocate it. There we go. And let's see if it needs to make that little mini partition with it. Apparently not. User accounts administrator, blah, 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 blah. So I guess we'll just wait. Alright, so as we can see, the little loading bar at the bottom is making some progress, and this is very similar to Vista. This is, I believe is it similar to Windows 7 too? I remember Windows 7 just being like a dialog box in the center. I think this is, yeah, this is closer to Vista. And so they kind of used this and then kept it, and I think, yeah, pretty much, yeah. What? It needs a Windows XP CD-ROM to work? Well, I guess that would explain why it's on WinWorld, maybe, because you need like a legit disk to make it work. What happens if I skip this? I mean, I don't know. I do have a Windows XP Professional CD-ROM. Maybe it's in the i386 folder on the disk that's already in there because it's just stupid. I mean, that could be it. What the fuck? Well, let's take a look. Well, fuck, I have no idea. Comp bat? Like battery? I can't really search for it. Well, I guess I could pop the disc out there and put a XP Pro disc in. Well, I got a home edition. That's not it. Okay. Random Windows XP disk. Hopefully it has what I need. Of course it's not going to work now because I took out the disk I was using. This is supposed to be all loaded into RAM. I mean, I got 6 gigs of RAM. That should be enough. Here we go. What the fuck? I can see the logo through the disk. I don't remember being able to do this. As you can see, I've wasted most of this disk. Okay, whatever. So it's just sitting there like an asshole. I can't do anything. I guess I can just look up what comp bat is. System 32. There's supposed to be a drivers folder in there. Where is it? So now I gotta find another Windows XP disk? Jesus. Alright. Can't go wrong with this. I swear, most of my problems are just because I can't find the software I need. Like, my organization system for my disks are just fucking terrible. Like, I need like a dedicated shelf for everything. But unfortunately, I don't have enough room in the shelves I have, so I end up spreading them around my house, and it's not great. Now, normally I would skip this driver location thing, but it's a fucking rabbit hole, man. If I skip one, I'll skip a whole bunch, and then if it doesn't end up working, then we have a problem. I'm gonna have to just skip it, because I'm tired of this stupid shit where it says, oh, where's your file? Where's your file? Oh, it's right in 9386 on the Windows Professional. That's exactly where I am. This part of Windows, that's probably got to be the worst part of Windows, is just this stupid find this file. Why wasn't the file already on there? Why do I need to go find it somewhere else? Why is that on me? Why can't they get their shit together? Why can't you have a full, complete thing? The only excuse this has is that it's a frickin' beta. And it's not even finished yet. That's the only excuse they have. But this has happened in every release of Windows up until, what was it? Maybe I'm just getting really narrow-minded because of all the Windows 95 and 98 bullshit I've had to deal with over the past couple months. Then I think that's my whole world. Nobody needed to deal with this shit on Windows 10 or Windows 7 or Windows Vista. Hell, you probably didn't even have to deal with this on Windows XP. Well, you didn't. I fucking installed Windows XP not too long ago. I mean, I don't really care about my battery. It's plugged into the wall. Of course, let's just cancel it. Yes. Now I need something else with the battery. Cancel. So we'll fucking do this. Whatever. Okay, well that was it. It just wanted files for batteries. So I took a risk. I won out. Next time, I might not be so lucky. Big fucking surprise. Fuck! Oh, come on, man. No! I didn't let it boot from CD. This is what happens when you boot it off the hard drive. This is it. This is what happens. This is the latest version of the pre-reset version of Longhorn. So, I guess we got two choices. We could try and reinstall it, and try some other things. Maybe the battery file that we need was part of the problem here. Or we can just skip right to the post-reset and get a little bit closer to Vista, right around the year 2004, and see what we're looking at there. Might actually be able to get something working. Because this version of the OS, technically, is much older than the computer it's on. Because it is a 2008 machine, and we're trying to run a 2001, 2002-ish, something like that, depending on the development, on it. Usually this wouldn't be a problem. But it is now. So, we'll try this again, see if I can get it working so I don't have to burn another CD. Okay, so we're starting over. We're going to try. Basically, it outlines exactly what I said before, roughly, that it is the last build compiled and built after Microsoft decided to restart the Windows codename Longhorn project. So it basically says that it was leaked by some dude, and that this version in particular needed to be like cracked or whatever because it was not actually bootable, and it needed to be made bootable so that it could be used by you and I. So now it says to use the serial number that's on the screen. It says I can copy and paste it, which I did. And then we're going to try it again right here. Now I'm worried that the computer may have like ACPI or something turned on, and that's what's fucking it up, which, you know, is very possible. I should probably check that before I get too deep into this, otherwise I'm going to be here all day doing nothing. So yeah, we're going to wait again. So here it says, setup found existing Windows installation, blah blah blah, continue. Will be renamed to ending.000. Okay, I don't care. I could have reformatted it, but let's just try it like this. And then, wait again. Son of a bitch. It wants the exact same files as before. Now, we could try and find them, and by try and find them, I mean manually copy the files over with a USB flash drive, the likes of which I got from Windows XP installation, and then we'd be good. Actually, I have a better idea. Why don't we hook up this computer to a sled which has a drive that has a Windows XP Pro installation on it already? We'll browse the System32 folder and get that stupid file you want, which is somewhere. So we'll actually try that. I've never actually tried doing that from a. This is should be Windows XP on here. It's SSD. So let me go get the sled. Okay. So we got it here. Take this. There we go. Now hopefully the Windows Longhorn can find this. It is an XP pre-installed environment, so now it's plugged in. We're going to go to browse. And we'll take a look up here and you'll have an error message. There it is. Click it again, or wait rather. And let's see. We're going to get anything here. Is it this? Or is this ours? No, that's ours. Here we go. Disk management actually does work here, surprisingly. So we have disk 0, CD-ROM 0. Looks like we have another thing down here. What do we got? Nope, that's it. That's absolutely it. So it can't even detect the drive, probably because it didn't start up with it. So I would have to restart the entire installation again to see if it'll actually see the disk here. So while we have it actually plugged in, since we're starting all over yet again, why don't we actually try booting off of the external drive, as just not only will it be the test of how well the USB works, but it'll be a test of whether or not this computer can actually boot Windows XP without having problems. Clearly it's already done that because we're in a pre-installed environment of it, but let's just make sure that an installation of it actually does work. Oh, I think I know why I didn't detect it. Because I didn't turn it on. Fuck! F12. Okay, so it doesn't even see it. That's a problem. If this can't see it, then I don't imagine the operating system is going to be able to either. So that's not a good sign. So that means that this sled's either not going to work in our favor, or we'll have to use a USB flash drive to load the file instead, which is not that big of a deal. But we at least know that the USB flash drive can be detected through here, so let's boot off of the CD-ROM and get the installation going yet a third time. And to put everybody's concerns to rest, ACPI was not even enabled. So it was just set to compatibility mode. So that wasn't the issue. It's in compatibility mode. It's expecting older OSs to run on it. So I guess we'll keep doing what I was doing already. So I went through the steps again, restarted it, and hey, now it's actually booting. I didn't actually have an opportunity to load that file. It didn't even stop to ask for it. It just didn't even come up. I don't have any other drives plugged in for it to have loaded it off of. And I've already formatted it, so it's not like it's getting information from the last 2 attempts. This is just working now? What? This doesn't make any fucking sense. So is this the extent of my Longhorn shit here? Oh, it's doing shit in the background. There it is. So perhaps it happened. This happened before, and I just missed it because I had walked away. Could be. I guess we'll just wait. Okay, so I'm just an idiot. I missed that first part and had never seen it, so now you get to see it. But now we're gonna take our file. Now I didn't actually find the file we needed, the compbat.sys file. I actually found that in my Windows 7 folder. Windows 7 Windows folder. So this might not work, but if it's the same file, I don't see why not. I mean, it's still named the same. There's not like a version number or anything, I don't think. It probably is. It probably won't work, but I'll give it a try nonetheless. And it doesn't find it. So what the fuck? Do I need to restart? Do I need to restart and do this time number 4? We need to do this number 4 times. Oh my god. So this is a pretty terrible pre-installed environment, I'm going to tell you that right now. It's really bad. Because, I mean, you can't... It's... I probably need to restart. Because what, I would need a driver from this then? I mean, fine, we can restart. But the problem is that I need more than just one file, and I don't remember what the name of the other file was. Oh my god. So, just so you know, as you can see, we have blue screen of death, just like before. It is consistently failing. Now, if we take a closer look at this blue screen, if you are unable to obtain a compliant... oh. Yeah, reading things. It's good, because this could have saved me a good fucking 3 hours. For those of you who didn't just see a blue screen and actually read this, the BIOS in the system is not fully ACPI compliant. Wait a minute. Well, let's turn it off and see if we still have the stop error without having to reinstall. So I did a little bit of reading about ACPI and learning a couple things as I go along. Sometimes I actually found out that Windows Vista will just straight up not work with some motherboards. Some motherboards ACPI, and will just, not work at all. Now, obviously, since this computer has a Windows Vista sticker on it, you'd think that it would work. But we're not dealing with Windows Vista, we're dealing with Windows Longhorn, which, for all intents and purposes, is very, very different, especially the pre-reset version. Now, something to know, apparently, Windows XP, Windows 2000, and Windows Server 2003, which is right around the era where this version of Longhorn existed, would turn off ACPI mode if it turned out that the BIOS date was before January 1st, 1999. So if we can set the BIOS date to 1998, it might disable ACPI, and then we could avoid the weirdness we're having with the blue screen. And then we could actually get this thing working. So how are we going to do that? So we go back, date and time, fuck off. 1998. There we go. Save and exit. We'll have to reinstall the whole thing all over again, I guess. And we should just press F7 here, just in case that actually does disable ACPI. That's the other way you can do it. So we're going to do both. And off we go once more, hopefully with a combination of setting the date before 1999 and pressing F7 when I have no idea whether or not that did anything there, but hopefully one of them disables ACPI and it'll just fucking work. So as you can see, we've hit the exact same error. Probably something I did wrong, sure. Now I did peruse the forums a little bit. Apparently it's hard to find a pre-reset build that has ACHI disabled, not available. Now, the post-reset builds, as far as I know, definitely don't have it disabled. But their version of it, I guess, that's how you're supposed to talk about it, is apparently better and could theoretically work on this. Every single time I try to do something, I use like the wrong computer for it. This is another example of that. I just can't get it right. So the next step in this process would be to use it with a period correct computer, which would mean it would have to be a 2001 computer. Fucking hell, dude. Just fuck. So, too bad we can't really use our ThinkPad, or at least I don't know how we can use our ThinkPad with the current setup. So, since we've already installed the operating system that's on the SSD in this, maybe it'll be okay with booting on another motherboard if we get really lucky. If not, we'll probably have to reinstall it on another motherboard, something like that. So even if we do have to do that, whatever, we have to start over. So no more ThinkPad, even though it's awesome. You can spill liquid in this keyboard, and it has drain holes. It's amazing. And it also has a bunch of stuff on it, and I really would like to do some sort of review video, but I'm really not qualified to do review videos of anything. Anyway, so the number one thing to see here is how easy it is to get the drive out. Other computers, I would have to tear them apart. Well, that's not true. With the Gateway FX, it was pretty easy to get it out. But instead of, on the Gateway FX, it was like 4 or 5 screws. This one is just one, and you just pull this out and pull it out, and you're done. Ah. Ha. And now there's actually little rubber gaskets that go around it, and that's like all it takes to fit it in there properly. I don't really know why they needed these other than like maybe some vibration dampening from like mechanical hard disks that went in here, because it'd be so much easier if you could just slide the drive in there, because they're all meant to be the same size. They're all to that standard, the 2.5-inch standard. You could just close up the clearance, because without these little rubber gaskets, it's going to be fucking hard to not only aim the SATA connectors in there, but to keep it stable in there without it disconnecting with you jarring it around. So, oh well. So, now we got our SSD out. Alright, you want a Windows XP motherboard? Here's a Windows XP motherboard. I really gotta say, I like having these quick little computer boxes I can throw stuff into. They're pretty much just the right side to keep everything kind of self-contained-ish. And a lot of times, having a case and putting everything into the case and then it doesn't work and then you gotta tear it back down. And right now, this is a workable solution for me, just having shit in a box. And we got the I/O here, and there's that, and we got the SSD plugged in. We've got our power. Is this a Pentium 4 thing? Oh, also forgot the 4-pin on the board there. There we go. Alright, so we're pretty much ready to go here. Let's see if it'll boot. Oh wait, I have no way to turn on the board. Hold on a second. Hey, this little multi-thing setup worked. Okay, cool. Hey, we got graphics, man. We got the we have the FX 5200 in there, man. What the fuck? What do you mean no device is attached? Boot failure. My ass. I think I might have some bad SATA cables or something, because There's no reason that shouldn't have worked unless the SATA ports are bad. We're trying it again. Didn't detect anything. Are you shitting me? Shift F10, I guess. Just Control Delete, I guess. Wait, that was my boot menu? Only like 5 seconds? That's fucking... Bootable device just not found. So does that mean that the SATA ports aren't working? Because, I mean, it's plugged in. Some weird SATA to IDE stuff going on here. This could have been some really early SATA that doesn't support this SSD. This was the case on the Power Mac G5, if you guys remember. I couldn't get any SSDs to work with that. I would have had to get a period correct SSD. Fuck. Okay, well, I can play that game. I'll just use my SATA IDE adapter. Oh, I think it found something. I didn't quite see it because my vision couldn't focus on it in time. Searching for boot record from IDE 0. Okay. It says it's okay. Implying it found it. So we made a little bit of progress. Like it knows it's there. But man, it doesn't like it. Might be necessary to reinstall, which is a pain in the ass, because I feel like I'm running out of CD drives here. I mean, I have a SATA drive here. That might be compatible, because it's such a simple thing, comparatively. Yes, locked up, can't control, delete it. Alright, take a gander at this. It's kind of weird. It knows it's an ADATA drive, so it actually did get far enough to identify that. And that is the model number that is printed on the thing. So press return to boot. Can't go up or down. I move the cursor, but it doesn't matter. So same message. I know it's not going to do anything. So that means that it either hates the IDE adapter or it doesn't like how its boot record, boot sector, whatever, is set up. Meaning I'll have to set up a new one myself with a new installation. The RAID controller detected the SATA device. It now can actually see it, but I can't boot from it. It looks like it's locked out to the RAID shit. So that's kind of ass. Maybe I need to like manually tell it to go right at the beginning. Okay, so here's our RAID controller shit. Yeah, I know it's not adequate. Wait, channel 0, master, no drive, no drive. So it detected that something's there, but I can't use it. So I'm going to have to find an IDE CD-ROM drive instead. Son of a bitch.
I don't understand why they make this so hard, okay?
I don't understand how you have all these problems. No one else does.
I don't know. Okay, so we're finally playing by all the rules. There's our CD boot menu. What? No boot record found on CD DVD? Oh man, this motherboard's too shit. What else am I gonna have to use? Some other random one? I mean, I guess. Did I not put the disc in? Like, I mean, it's there. Oh, I know what the problem is. It's only a compact disc reader. I'm an idiot. Okay, this time we have a DVD drive. Let's try it again. Yes, boot from CD, yes, yes. I mean, you can see that it detected primary master 120 gigabytes here. So it has cylinders, heads, and sectors here, which is kind of an interesting little detection. As you can see, it's hung on trying to boot from Longhorn. Apparently it fucking hates its guts. I don't know. It really doesn't want to do it. It is just saying, nope. Nah. Well, shit, this is a disappointing motherboard. I've never used it before, but damn, I don't like it. Well, where that box of shit failed, just take it away. And find another box of shit. Now this is, I believe this is the surrogate motherboard, if you guys remember that. This was actually set up as a file server running Linux that I had set up. Didn't make a video about it. It was too painful to put to film, unfortunately. So I'll just remove this. Now this power supply is kind of old, so it doesn't have any SATA power stuff. So I mean, it's not a big deal. I'm not even gonna use the other connectors. I'm just gonna plug this in, and we're just gonna see. Actually, the video out is kind of blocked by the power supply there, so I have to temporarily rearrange this. Hey, look, it's those things that Louis Rossman really likes, and he's right. These are pretty awesome. Although I mostly use them to just cut like wire ties and stuff, so not as impressive. Alright, we've got I/O and power. Hit the switch. E-machines. Everybody loves E-machines. Oh, triple beep. Hey, Longhorn. Not bad, huh? Computers in boxes, man. Always have another one ready to go. Hey, I've never seen a green screen of death before. Well, that sure was worth it. Well, I did get a different stop error code, which means that it doesn't have the same problem with ACPI. But it could also mean that, hey, we're on a different motherboard now. Fuck you. We're having Windows Vista Windows 7 itis now. So that means I have to reinstall again. But guess what? It's late as fuck. I don't have time to do that. Shit. F7, 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 F7. Jesus. Why does this keep happening? Why does this keep happening? Is this starting to dawn on me that a lot of the weird shit I'm trying just has problems running on actual hardware? Like, where's the real problem here? Because I feel like the past several videos, I'm busting my ass trying to get just simple things to work on a variety of different motherboards, and I feel like I'm using the process of elimination pretty good, but something's got to be failing me somewhere. I can't use stuff that's too new or have problems. If you use stuff too old, it's not compatible. It's like, where am I meeting in the middle? Are the caps going bad on all the boards? I mean, am I supposed to just recap everything? What am I supposed to do? I don't know. Shit. This is just what happened when I booted off the CD. Maybe it gave up and booted off the drive again? Well, let's unplug the drive and see if it still does it. Woohoo! You guys missed a little bit here. Instead of getting the last version of the pre-reset, which is what I was using here, I instead got the first version of the pre-reset. The absolute bleeding first version of Longhorn. And what do you know? On the Windows XP motherboard that I used before that absolutely didn't work, wouldn't boot it at all, wouldn't even try. Here we are, we're at the setup. As you can see, it says Windows XP Professional Setup in the top here. Clearly it's not, but it does say that you're about to install an evaluation version of Microsoft Windows. So, set up Windows now. And I'm going to assume this is going to be exactly like Windows XP's setup, so really not much to write home about here. So, let's delete that partition. And I hope that was the right hard drive. Yeah, this should be the right SSD, right? Yep. There we go. So I'm gonna start recording again when something gets interesting that doesn't look like Windows XP. So it says Win XP Pro, but the date on the bottom here is 2003. So it appears they didn't change anything in terms of the installer. Everything still says Windows XP, even though it is technically... Ah, fuck. Are you really gonna fucking kill me, man? System file time out of sync? The fuck? Are you fucking serious, dude? Out of range? There's one last middle finger for me, huh? Hopefully 2003 will do the trick. That means we gotta install again. Alright, we reinstalled the setup files again. And we're trying it again now in the year 2003. Hopefully it doesn't matter too much and doesn't get in some stupid ass error. See, the mouse does work. The Windows XP logo up here looks a little offset improperly. It looks a little too high. And it looks a little low resolution. It looks kind of blurry. So I don't know if they kind of like copied and pasted that or something weird. Hold on, you can't really see because there we go. I don't think that's what Windows XP looks like. It looks terrible like that. Maybe I'm just making shit up. Well, guess I'm gonna wait until it runs into an error. Holy fucking Christ, that fixed it? Oh, okay. What? Okay, well, Jesus Christ. Ah, oh, piss buckets. Well, random product key I found on a forum worked, so let it fucking run, I guess. The errors will not prevent Windows from running. Yay! Oh god. So this is the version we're running right now. This is the first version of Longhorn pre-reset. Let's see if it'll boot. It's doing it without the disk, as you can see. Still thinks it's Windows XP. Oh, it said Longhorn in the corner. I don't know if you saw that. And now it says 2001 again. This is gonna look just like Windows XP. It's gonna be boring as hell. Oh my god. I'm gonna have to get one of the releases in the middle. Or something. Well, it has the native resolution. And hell, I don't even know if it's playing the music because I don't have any sound plugged in. So, oh well, this is running again native resolution. Not bad. Yeah. Make a whole shitload of users and fuck everything over. Whoa, dude! What is this inverted ass theme? Dude, I can't even focus the camera. Whoa! Here we are! Longhorn! We got big bales of hay! Alright. Now, as you can see, it looks like Windows XP with the theme on it. It's the M3 build, whatever that is. So I think that's the number one thing. MSN Explorer, oh my god. Windows Media Player. Looks like everything is precisely the same. Just really... yeah, it just looks like Windows XP with a skin. Like, I don't know... ooh, that's definitely a Vista thing. Has a little fill bar next to the hard drive to show how much is used. That's definitely... I don't know why there's a line there. But, okay. So yeah, it looks like a really poorly made theme for Windows XP. And it's really, like, buggy right now. Because, yeah, so let's take a look at, what do we got? Task Manager. Task Manager. This looks exactly the same, just like, again, with the skin, pretty much. Let's take a look at Control Panel. Still looks like crap. It's like this red line there. Now we got here, standard VGA graphics adapter. Whatever. Microsoft Longhorn XP. Professional version 2003. AMD Athlon 64. 1 gig of RAM. So yeah, that's it. I don't know what else to show you. It pretty much looks like Windows XP, except it's more broken. Yes. Can I do without a country? Oh, okay. Fuck it. India. Okay. Thank you. Let's connect to the internet. Yeah. Yeah, this was a waste of time, pretty much. Okay. Please leave me alone. Windows XP Tour. Text animation and a bunch of bullshit, but it's the exact same Windows XP Tour that you normally get. But this is just the Windows XP tour, you know. So learn the basics. Okay, whatever. So yeah, I don't know why everybody wanted me to do this. It's just like Windows XP. And I guess the post reset is just going to look like Windows Vista. So the question is, can we sort of study this in a way that'll be like, hey, what does this look like? What is this? What was it like back then in development land? You know, Windows Messenger. Ooh, I never stuck with this style there. I really don't know what else to look at. Other than, classic view. We still got the classic view. Add, remove programs. Again, this is pretty exactly like frickin' Windows XP. Can't find anything because nothing's installed. So I guess what the real question you guys might be thinking about is, well, if you can get Longhorn up and running, can you just run like regular games on it? I mean, I guess I don't see why not. I mean, I do have a what was it, FX 5200, 5300. That was enough to run Command and Conquer. Command and Conquer needs more than like a gig of RAM though, so you could play Command and Conquer and see what happens if it works.
GDI, fuck yeah, coming again to save the motherfucking day. Yeah, GDI, fuck yeah, coming again to save the motherfucking day. Yeah, screen and nod, your game is through, 'cause now you got to answer to GDI, fuck yeah.
Ay. Install that shit. The fuck? Fuck. Scratch that idea. It fucking installs on Windows 98, but it doesn't fucking install on Longhorn. Oh well. Alright, how about Unreal Tournament? Now, I would try putting in UT 2004, but there's like 4 discs. So, fuck that. Auto run? Auto run! Now we can play the Unreal Tournament Fortnite mod. Play. Now, since Unreal Tournament can run in software mode, it doesn't really need all the graphics drivers and shit to work. See if it'll automatically get that native resolution there. The game's not running. So what's going on? New programs are installed. Ooh. Unreal Tournament. Yay!
Denied.
The fuck? Unreal Tournament safe mode. Piss. Okay, so I downloaded a middle-of-the-road pre-reset ISO. Not the last one that ever came out, not the first one that ever came out. We're talking pre-reset here, of course. Just a middle-of-the-road one. And again, all the numbers I used are going to be in the description. So this is what happens when you insert a Longhorn, a newer Longhorn installer, into a Longhorn installation. We get the install screen sort of similar to what happened with the first one we tried, which was actually the last one. And what you notice is that it started up a pre-installed environment of Windows XP and then ran this, which is not how every other version of this, as far as I know, is supposed to run. So that's probably why this messed up on everything I tried to use it on. So not a big surprise there. So let's see if we can just install it on top of itself and get the latest version of Longhorn without having to do a restart and some other stuff. Just let it do its thing. And here we are. So, and it wants the product key again. You know, every single time I enter the product key for one of these weird things that I get off WinWorld for PC, it's like, I wonder what the person who's entering this key like originally, like for its intended purpose back in the day, being a beta tester of this. What was going through his head when he was typing that in? I was like put myself in his shoes a little bit, but at the same time it's like, ooh, I'm not exactly him. I'm pretending. Upgrade has been disabled. Upgrade is not available in the PDC release of Longhorn. So let's do a clean installation. Let's install it right there. I'm not even going to bother formatting it because it won't work anyway. So let's somehow do a clean installation. It'll probably want to restart, I'm guessing, because I don't know how else it's going to do this. So an interesting and unexpected thing happened. I have a choice now between Windows Longhorn and Windows XP. I do not know where Windows XP came from, but I'm assuming that the slightly newer Longhorn installation thought the older Longhorn installation was so much like XP that it just called it XP. So this should be our version, but I think it crashed. I wasn't here to look at it. Yeah, see, this looks a little different. I think this is how I found it, just with the screen off. Probably gonna need to format it. God damn it, more time wasted. Let's see if I can control delete out of this. Eventually I think it crashes, but now I could boot from the CD right here, but I'm not going to. Probably gonna need to in a second, but I'm gonna try and see what it says when I try to boot off of Windows XP Professional. It says it failed as well. Has the exact same logo, no differences. CPU fans seem to increase there a bit. And same result. Uh-oh, that's not a good sign. Starting Windows pre-installation environment did not work out last time we tried it. In fact, it might actually crash right here like it did with the other stuff. Oh, well, we got something. Well, we're back to this, but we're not seeing any weird coders cracker team on the screen, so maybe this will be a little bit smoother. Well, here we are yet again. Click continue and enter a product key, because that's usually the next step, and sure enough, there it fucking is. Oh, God. Let's do this for like the 40th time. Totally wipe out the partition. Whoops, there goes my Unreal Tournament. There goes my working installation. There we go. Start it again. The fuck? I mean, it's over? About to film the fan because it's so loud, but something else is happening on the screen. But it's probably not that big of a deal, so I'll film this anyway. Really need to learn what an f-stop is. It's the microphone. Oh, you bastard! No, I just rebooted. This is fuck you. I'm rebooting. Oh my god, it's doing something. It's apparently doing this for a couple minutes because I've been gone. Well, not that many minutes. About a minute. I can't get anything over on you. I got a clock on the screen now. I'm just gonna sit here like some asshole waiting for this. So this is what it does every single time I try to boot it. This is booting it off the hard drive mid-install. I missed a lot of the stuff it did because this sort of stuff takes a long time. And, I mean, I've installed a lot of operating systems manually. I don't have any way of automating it or make it anything better. I just burn CDs and hope. And so a lot of times I'm greeted with really uneventful screens like this, as you're no doubt aware. So right now I'm in the process of burning a disk, which is the post-reset version of Longhorn, one of the mid-range builds, not the last one, not the first one, something in the middle. I'm just picking these out at pretty much random because I have no context for what's going to be the right answer here. Right now I'm like, only one of the three that I've tried has worked so far, so I'm not looking at a very good ratio. Hopefully I can get something working, and look at this. So I'm going to burn that. I'm going to try and install it, and, oh, it restarted itself because it crashed. I didn't do anything. You saw it in real time what was going on there. So we'll move on to almost Vista. We missed an animation, and now we actually have something. There was a cool little Windows logo that went down, but I missed it. I didn't think this was going to work. So, no, I don't want to use System Restore. Just fuck off. Just permanently. Whoa, what the fuck am I looking at? Wait, did we make it? Is it working? Is this a final install of the mid-range? Oh my god, it still looks like frickin' Windows XP. Okay, let me apply that. Absolutely not. Got this little sidebar here for the gadgets. So it pretty much still looks like Windows XP. Again, some sort of UI changes. I'm not sure if I can actually get this normally booting up, but I mean, it still looks like Windows XP. Just pretty much now we're just in like the safe graphics mode. There's no arrow yet. Everything is pretty much the same. Let's see the preview of the Longhorn screensaver. Yep, that's it. Another Longhorn screensaver. Two of them. Marquee. Yeah, same shit. Windows XP wallpapers that you all know and love. Okay. Yeah. So it's Windows XP. There's oh, okay. That was really interesting what happened there. 11:33 p.m. 11:33. Yeah, that's about how late it is right now. A little too late for my taste. So, yeah, not... We have what the fuck? What is this garbage? Oh. What is this? What is this? I guess I'm in 640 by 480, so... Percent full, 3%. The Windows folder has a lot of stuff in it. Look at all that. Ooh. Prairie Wind. I don't remember Prairie Wind being on Windows XP. Did they add that in there by accident? If they did, I mean, I know what I'm doing. Set as desktop background. Oh, wait, you can't see the desktop background. Why is that? Because we're in safe mode, so I won't even show it. So that's great. So we can't really do anything in safe mode. I can't really test any programs. Everything looks pretty much the same as Windows XP. And I think that's what the pre-reset builds really embody. Is just kind of like they're experimenting with some different UIs, so on and so forth. So really I haven't done anything. I just finally got it working by just going into safe mode, which seems like it wasted a whole bunch of time trying to reinstall this crap for that. Could have just gone into safe mode. But I'm trying to do this without safe mode because I can't. There's not a whole lot going on here. Can I open multiple instances of Paint? Paint, okay, and then... Okay, not really what I wanted to do. Hide desktop, okay. Task Manager looks the same. Still don't have a lot of RAM here. Working. It's working, I guess. So the very next thing we're going to install is this is post reset build of Longhorn. This is essentially the thing that's almost Vista here. This is getting pretty close. I'm going to assume this is going to have some arrow going on here and probably going to be the most furthest removed from Windows XP as possible because they totally rebooted development. Because this just looks like they copied and pasted Windows XP and then they like downloaded some skins off the internet that they found and were just playing around with it and like, oh fuck, what are we doing with our lives? So they restarted and made this. So we'll do that next. There we go. There we go. Didn't get me long. And now as you can see, we have a different font here. Now we're looking at the Vista /7 kind of font in this area. It's not the BIOS OEM font anymore. It's a higher resolution Raster text mode font. I don't know. Fuck. I don't know. I don't know about this nitty-gritty stuff, you know? Oh, isn't that familiar? Except it's not green, it's silver. And this is copyright 2006. Ooh, that looked like Vista. Holy piss. It literally says Windows Vista. This isn't fair. What the fuck? Do they already know what the name of their operating system was going to be? Piss. If I wanted to install Vista, I would have just done that. Oh, this shit. Oh, for piss. Piss, 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 piss. Hey, smokers, Drago1 here, and I'm still making the video. Help me decide. You have no choice. So, take a look at the advanced options. A little bit of unallocated space it didn't tell me about, but format. Format away. Formatted this so many times. Okay, next. Alright, well, this looks exactly like Vista, so, I mean, there's not too much to say about it. I mean, it's a little bit different, right? But, well, at least we're getting the whole experience of Longhorn. What the fuck? Yeah, a lot of time's passed. Sort of losing my hope here. Control delete it never works. It's always hard locked every single time. Well, I let it run, and when I came back to it, it was just another one of those blinking things. And oh, look at this. It apparently crashed during the install. I didn't see what happened. And now we have the choice of starting Windows normally or safe mode. So let's try normally because I hate myself. Well, look at that. It's still installing? I waited like 24 hours for this. Well, it took me 24 hours to come back to it, rather. I sort of goofed off and didn't really pay attention to this. It's almost been a week since I started this video. Like, in 2 more days, it will have been 7 days since I started this. Like, I don't know if any of you have been watching this clock, but you'll find that it keeps going backwards every once in a while. Back to, like, 2100, back to 2200. Yeah, it's because multiple days have been going by. You can actually see the day up here in the corner. Now, if this doesn't work, since it's Windows Vista, if this doesn't fucking work, I'm going to put it on the ThinkPad. In fact, I'm going to put it on the ThinkPad anyway. When we're done, when this is done, we're putting this on the ThinkPad. We're going to Windows Vista on the ThinkPad. I don't care. This is bullshit. This has taken way too long. I mean, oh my god. Well, now we got some things done. Let's be honest. We did get the regular Longhorn working. We got the mid-range Longhorn working in safe mode. We never got the last pre-reset Longhorn working, but, you know, we did something. So now this is the middle of the range. Probably a little too new Longhorn. Probably should have picked some other build. I mean, there's probably dozens of videos out there of people going and looking at each build of Longhorn for some historical purposes. I don't have the patience for that. I mean, maybe you can do it in a virtual machine super fast and then just maybe do 3 at the same time. I don't know. Well, I guess I'm going to wait another fucking 4 hours. Aha! You bastard. I caught you. Fucking blinking cursor again. What happened? Do I have to safe mode the install? Is that what I gotta do? Do I gotta safe mode the install? Or is it time to put the SSD in the ThinkPad? I think I want to put the SSD in the ThinkPad because that'd be more interesting. But then it has an even lower chance of actually working. And then probably have to reinstall Vista again. Or Longhorn or whatever the fuck we're doing. I've messed with this Longhorn shit way longer than I wanted to. I don't know if you guys wanted me to do this because it's a pain in the ass, or because it's actually interesting, because it looks like it's actually just a pain in the ass. And you guys knew that. And so that's why you want me to do this. And that's probably why you guys are like, oh god, dude, you gotta try Arch Linux. Or is it Arch Linux? Is it Arch? It's probably Arch Linux. Because people have actually said, hey, that shit's fucking infuriating. What the fuck is it doing? I'm gonna have to reinstall this. I'm gonna reinstall on the ThinkPad. Make me lose my goddamn mind. Fucking shit. I'm pissing. bitch. Look at all this. God damn shit. So luckily it's as simple as, well, almost as simple. Picking up the box and... Fuck. Picking up the box and moving it away. And put it in and hope it makes contact. Okay, well, at least it shows this. Hey, now it's doing this. Maybe that means it's gonna work. No! No! No. So we'll have to use this little guy again. Yeah. Yes, please. We're definitely starting over. Hey! Track point! No track point? No trackpad? No keyboard? It doesn't have the drivers to the keyboard, guys. What? External keyboard doesn't work. Power button. Middle finger. Yes! It freezes every time. It doesn't work on this computer. Okay, dude. Okay, what the fuck? No input. This is a totally different motherboard. In fact, this is another Windows Vista motherboard. This is a surrogate. Had a Windows Vista sticker on the thing. And we get nothing, dude. It's frozen too. This is booting off the CD. I don't get it. What are we supposed to do? So if you count the ThinkPad, I'm on motherboard number 5. So this is a little bit of a newer motherboard, as you could probably tell by this point. Last motherboard failed on me when I was trying to actually get it up and running. So this one is now the first one since then to actually be able to boot off of the CD and recognize the SSD. We're going to just try and install this. If it doesn't work, I'm just going to skip to the end. No bullshit in between. Oh yeah, and unlike some of the other motherboards, we have input. It's working. And there was 2 motherboards, 3 motherboards that wouldn't move on there? I think it was just 2. Yeah, because it worked on the 2001 motherboard. Oh, for fuck's sake. And what do you know? And it looks like we can actually start making an account now. And as you can see, it looks almost identical to Vista. So there's not really too much we can do here. Other than just finish the installation. Who cares? I absolutely need to change the background, okay. Are we done? We actually done Windows Vista Beta 2. So it's not even really Longhorn anymore. It's just Windows Vista Beta. Well, I guess that's what Longhorn is. Son of a bitch. Well, this has been frustrating as hell. All I'm trying to do is get it to the installed screen, which is pretty much what we're going to see, what I assume momentarily. But let's just restart one more time and scare the hell out of me. So here we are. This is going to be our boot here. You know, it appears that we're in 640 by 480, which is not a big deal. We are currently using integrated graphics, so I probably doesn't have the drivers for this motherboard. Not a big deal. Oh, shit balls. They already know. Oh, fuck. They already know I'm in the future. Close. What's it gonna do? Restart on my ass? Holy shit. I've never seen one that is this gung-ho. Okay, well let's see if we can get in. If we can't get in, then we're gonna have to do safe mode to finally get to the desktop, but I'm gonna have to go into the BIOS and change that date. For some reason it thinks it's 2011. How about 2006? Okay, so that took 11 seconds to get to this point. So now we have another option called Show Me Other Ways to Activate. Automated phone system? What the fuck, dog? What am I gonna do? Retype my product key? Okay. Wow, and I'm not even gonna get to play with it? Fuck. So I re-entered the product key. Took a while. But I got an Ask Me Later thingy now. Oh. Shit. Well, there is one way to get around this, and that is to use the administrator account from safe mode. So that's not what I meant to click. Fuck. No, I'd hibernated. Okay. So here's our safe mode. So now we have the administrator. And it fucking works, dude! Here it is. Windows Vista without its start bar. Just the standard start bar, which means it looks even closer to Windows XP. Still. But paint's still paint. Everything still works. Alright, so I'm gonna say we did it. But yeah, I think this was more about the journey than the end, because the end was really unsatisfying, considering we can't actually have a non-safe mode without activation, and the likelihood of activating this product, which is, you know, beta, is like pretty much none. Can't launch any of the games. They don't work. Chess Titans, Hearts, Minesweeper even. Nothing works. Nothing launches in safe mode. So, give feedback. Please tell us about it. Report a problem. Go to a problem reporting tool, which includes a feedback form. Wait a minute. The problem reporting tool. Isn't that like every time a thing crashes and you type? Isn't like Windows like always in in beta? Oh god. Alright, so yeah, that's about it. Control panel. That's the control panel. Programs. Program. Oh yeah, we didn't get to see Arrow. Theme. Windows Vista. Yeah, we can't see Arrow because we're in safe mode. It's of course a way to do it, but I am so done, dude. Let's see what the screensavers are. Could not find any directory D-compatible devices. No shit. Bubbles? No, that needs directory. Come on, no Mystify? No, that stuff can be done on the CPU, is that what you're telling me? Oh, shit. Ribbons. Windows logo. You can do that. Sound effects, which you can't hear. Mouse pointers. Oh, it doesn't like me. White text on white background here. Very good. Report a bug. What is this? Windows Defender. Scan that bitch. No mouse pointers? They didn't finish the control panel yet. That's broken entirely. You had to seriously be, like, a hero to have beta tested this shit. Using this as your main OS? No way, sir. No thank you. Vista itself was a beta test enough for my liking. Thank you very much. Vista Ultimate Edition 6.0. And you can see what I have here. Celeron E3400, 22.6 gigahertz with a gig of RAM currently. Sample picture is there's still the Windows XP ones. Uh-oh. Object scan 11,000. Join the anti-spyware community. Okay. Microsoft Spynet. It's not. Advanced member? Yeah. Give me that advanced membership. I'm in. I'm in the net, dude. I'm in the Spynet. Sounds kind of sketchy, but you know, like, hey, I'm in, dude. Quarantine items, yeah. This is like the most exciting thing. This looks like a rogue anti-malware shit. That's how how crummy it looks right now. Oh no. Oh shit. Well, it's Windows Vista. Who cares? Thanks everybody for watching. I'll see you next time.